taking a bite out of brunch and looking at the driving force behind a culinary explosion in Charlotte, North Carolina. Greg and Subrina Collier have combined flavors from the Southwest with their Tennessee roots and are on a mission to celebrate both taste and talent. Skylar Henry met up with them at their popular Uptown Yolk restaurant.
Before you even bite into brunch at Uptown Yolk in Charlotte, you can't miss the love. It's in the art, in the kitchen,
Solo egg for the mojo.
and in the food.
The goal was to say, yes, it's breakfast, but we're gonna put so much energy and love into this breakfast.
James Beard Award nominee Greg Collier and his wife Subrina say their dishes' stories mirror their love story.
Those are Tennessee fries. Those are our home fries, because Tennessee is home. That's a Memphis-style dry rub.
The Memphis natives began dating after meeting at a wing joint and soon after moved across the country.
One day he's like, going to Phoenix for culinary school, and I'm just like, I don't believe him.
You set out something completely different.
I said, if I go to Atlanta, I'm just gonna be a more country me. Or if I go to Chicago, it's gonna be a colder me. If I go to New Orleans, it's gonna be swamp me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I knew that in order for me to figure out who I was, I needed to go a place where I didn't think I existed.
The Colliers spent 5 years in Phoenix, growing their culinary skills and the relationship, tying the knot in 2010, but knew it was time to go back south.
I knew that it was time for me to get to a space to where I could start to figure out my food voice. And I also felt like Charlotte was a perfect place for that.
But the couple soon found out they couldn't afford to open a restaurant in Charlotte, so they went 30 minutes south to Rock Hill, South Carolina. It wasn't love at first sight.
We found a place on Craigslist. So it was a little rundown shopping center. And they were like, here, $1,200 a month. It was food still on the grill. They had been there like 9 months.
Really?
After literally scraping away the past and with some elbow grease, they opened their first restaurant, The Yolk. But in 2014, a fire destroyed the restaurant just 2 years into their business. Eventually, they built Uptown Yolk in Charlotte, using their struggle as inspiration in their dishes.
The There's Fire dish, which is our smoked chicken gravy, biscuits, and jalapeno jam, was one of the first things we created on a new menu, very specifically because we had a fire.
While unique plates are where Chef Greg likes to experiment, twists on familiar favorites are what keeps the customers coming back.
What do I know on my skill set that can make the best pancakes? So we were just trying to figure that out, right? And that was
Oh. Wait a minute.
so the goal is, again, I think it's really important to do simple things great.
I don't think I understand how good these pancakes are. And I'm not even like a sweets guy.
Yeah.
Inspired by his time in Arizona, Chef Greg incorporates Southwestern heat in dishes like the Valley of the Sun. It's a spin on huevos rancheros.
We're gonna drop some eggs in there, man. You got it?
I know this part.
Easy winning. So it's chorizo beef, black beans, a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of coffee in there.
Okay.
So we're thinking about all those rich flavors to kind of make a regular chili kind of stand out a little bit more. The 2 eggs look like suns. So we're gonna put the sauce in the middle,
Okay.
aka
Valley. Got it.
And that's it.
And it's no surprise others are following the Colliers' blueprint. They're opening doors through their restaurant group, which includes other restaurants and a food festival.
There's probably 12 to 15 either business owners or leaders of business who've come through our restaurant group in some kind of way.
We have laid and planted so many seeds that nobody can take that from us. That's more important than any award you can give us.
And while Chef Greg may receive all the accolades, he's adamant none of this would be possible without Subrina.
It's important for me, for people to understand how important she is to the entire mission.
And like all good cooking, love is the not-so-secret ingredient at Uptown Yolk. For CBS Mornings, I'm Skylar Henry in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Looks delicious.
New spin,
really
right?
good.
On
Yeah.
some old classics. I love it.